MP3. Okay, so MP3 header has MP3 just has a header and it has all this stuff, and then it has data and then another header, and I'm not sure how much times the data is repeated, but in the header there are, looks like 12 bits, and then yeah, we can just search for this. I mean, it's hard to say if this is unique or not. My guess is that, yeah, unfortunately, 15 bits is all we have, and 11111 is pretty damn generic. That's just a sync word, so you can find the header by seeking. Yeah. So, is there any, like, it'd be nice if there's a string that said MP3 or something, but like Wave and AIF has, but I don't think that's the case for MP3. Sync word version layer. Yeah, that's so small. That's so tiny. I guess that's the point, but you know, there's nothing in the very beginning to, they don't spend any bits on that kind of thing. So what we could do, yeah, and there's a couple types of headers. Yeah, I mean, this is a can of worms. It doesn't look like there's a good unique way we can find out MP3. I'm curious to look at the libav solution. We could do that. But I'm pretty sure that's not unique. Yeah, and that's probably the problem. If it's not unique enough and lib sound file thinks it's a different format and then blows up when the data doesn't do the right thing. So for example, well, no. Yeah, for now we'll just write the hard code. So if f is a wx file. So you want to look at the file name. I think there's a call called getExt. We can check that. Okay, well, this is what we'll have to do. Split things up. We want to look, I'm just being lazy, getting the extension, file extension, but this isn't always the best way. Okay, let's look it up for real this time. Yeah, so here is my Stack Overflow, the other Stack Overflow in my life at this point. I'm looking for networking books and I can't decide which one to get. So what we want is, oh god, sometimes you just lose your train of thought by looking at stuff. what we want is wx string, wx file name, documentation. So there we go. We're in 2.8.12 or 13. And there is getX, so that was the right thing. It returns wx string. Yeah. So where was I? GetX. So if that equals wxt, that's just a shortcut for string. MP3. Is it .mp3 or mp3? GetX returns file name extension. Hard to say. I don't know. Okay, this is what we do. We have this find CPP call. Yeah, it's just a macro that I wrote that does find and xargs on CPP, and we can do this. Are you kidding? Why it takes so long to do that? Okay, in that case, we have to redefine it. And there we go. There's probably, let's see, how could I run this, like, with this command here? No, it doesn't work. I want to execute this. I want to execute that. Xargs. Did that work? Nope. Find CPP. How do you execute like this? Anyone know? So I'm doing a cat and a grep, and that gives me this line, right? And I just want to execute that. I just want that to go to the bash shell. Ah, like that. Did that work? Or that makes a temporary bash shell that terminates. Yeah. You know, sometimes you just gotta... you can just copy and paste to do what you want. It's not as cool, but... Oops. Oops, it's not right. Whoa, what happened? Whoa, what's all this stuff? This is what I want. Alright, and we want to do find CPP on getX. And that gives us a bunch of code that calls getX. Looks like there's also get extension, but it's probably a local call. So unfortunately, nobody's comparing it. Here is same as wxtau. And we probably want to do to lowercase, unless is same as does that for us. Surprised this call doesn't. That's because it's internal. We always do au lowercase. Get extension lower. Yeah, okay, so that's all we need. We're good to go. We do that. So how's that? Yeah, and this comment should probably go. That doesn't matter. We can leave it outside. Yeah, let's put it inside. Oops, what's that? Alright, Alright. I think you can do this. Boom. Yeah. You just select everything and then hit tab. So this should bypass our Stack Overflow that we're having right now. So I'm going to go ahead and restart GDB. This is not, these are system calls. Okay, here. So yeah, we quit. Let's run it again in GDB just in case. Run. So now we've got GDB going. We're not doing any weird stuff, so it'll be reasonably fast. And we want to open and double check this time. You probably can't see because the window's very large. But if I leave this on all files, this will hit lib sound file first, even though it's MP3. So I saw that we still hit a segment. I didn't rebuild. I'm pretty stupid there. Yeah. So we have to rebuild, of course. Let's go up a directory, and all we change is the CPP file, so we can just make. And it should be pretty quick, since we only changed that one little CPP file. So looks like getX is not defined in wx string, contrary to this documentation. wx file name, right? 2.8, right? Let's look at the code. File name is wx string. Getx is spelled correctly. Well, I don't know, maybe this is like, let's look at that again. Well, yeah, that'll work. So here's the getX. There's the getX. This is file name. It's file name and not string, right? It's a string. Okay, so if it's a string, probably not much we can do. Let's see if there's extension. Yeah, there's no concept of extension here. Yeah, so we are going to have to do some ugly stuff like look at the tail end. And there's probably somebody that already does that. We just do ends with, how's that? It's probably ends with, right? Oops. Searching Emacs way, Control S. Ends with. Good. Nice and convenient. Suffix. Yeah, so we do dot lore, then we do dot ends with, like that. I think that's good. That'll work with our wx string. Then we can remake this, and that should compile this time. Yeah, so there we go. We've got a build. We can go ahead and relaunch it now through GDB. So we'll run. Go to open, select the MP3 that's causing the crash, and there we go. It goes through, looks like liblame, and let's play it.